You were 0.01 second faster than me.
When you only have 5 rounds, you better make them count.
Alright. The Taurus judge. The Brazilian Wonder 9. In 45 long Colt. And 410.
Thank you.
Let's go into the good for this gun first, because there's a little bit of good and a lot of bad. Okay, so things we like about the Taurus Judge. It functions as a firearm 90% of the time. The stippling on the hammer is very aggressive, relatively aggressive. Like I've got kind of sweaty hands right now. We're in Alabama, it's hot. And that's, you know, I can feel it. And same with the cylinder catch. Everything kind of locks in right. We haven't had any issues with like this cylinder timing being bad or anything like that. Not yet, at least. We've heard some stories. Trigger pull's not horrible. Double action's heavy as you'd expect it. Single action's a pretty crisp little break of a single action. That's about it. You have anything to add, Jared?
About what I like about the Taurus Judge?
Yeah.
The front iron sight is a nice high-vis fiber optic. Nice, bright, easy to get. I do think the trigger is nice and smooth.
Things we hate about the Taurus Judge. God, where to begin? Okay, things we hate about the Taurus Judge. It only holds 5 rounds.
Count them.
Count them, 5. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta roll it.
You're out.
You're out.
You're out.
Game over.
More outs than baseball. Not as many as with other guns.
Okay, Jared, what do you hate about the gun?
I don't like whenever I pull the trigger and then I go to release the trigger and then it either locks up or it does that. It's not good. I don't like it.
Say something nice about Brazil.
They have a big tower of Jesus.
It's absolutely miserable. 3, 2, the spread on this is miserable when you're shooting 410. Like, holy cow. It probably has to do with the rifle barrel spinning the wad, but I mean, I'm talking...
probably about it.
It definitely has to do
with it flinging that wadding around.
But it's I mean, like, people talk about how they want to use this as like a home defense gun or a, you know, I can still carry it. I carry my Serpa. It's, dude, God, you're gonna hit the person and then some, and it's not even gonna be that great. Like, people talk about 410 is growing 1,300 feet per second. Not out of this, it ain't. Not out of this, it ain't.
Watch Paul Harrell talk about the Taurus Judge.
4 videos, and these 2 fat retards are doing another video on it because people keep putting comments about how it's the best gun. It's not. There's a lot of new gun buyers out there. I'm trying to let you know, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it.
This ain't it.
This ain't it. This ain't it. Dude, birdshot from like 5 yards covers an entire like target at the D zone.
So that's like a spread from, you got A right here, C, and then we've got some even in D, so that's, what, 5 yards maybe we were at?
About 5 yards.
So it's about a 5 yard spread. Or about a freaking torso spread, a foot spread?
It's one pull trigger, you know, it's crazy. And birdshot is not a viable defense round. Anyone that thinks it is wrong. Please, God, do some research and don't get killed.
If you put the right ammo in the judge, so I've been told, you can get respectable groups out of it. The problem with that is having your average Bubba decide that he wants to do the research on what 410 to shoot out of his judge that won't kill everyone in the vicinity whenever he decides to pull it in self-defense.
Slow reloads. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, there's the judge has an issue of you slap it like it owes you money. When you slap it, the round gets caught in the on the grip.
3 shots and 4 unknown.
You getting that? Getting that, camera guy? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Taurus Judge.
The bottom line is there's just infinitely better handguns out there that weigh the same as this and hold 3 times as many rounds. If this is all you have, literally you're just stuck with this because you made a really poor decision in your life, my advice to you, this is just me, this is unsolicited advice. Dude, trade it in and get something better, man. Like, seriously, whether it's like an LCP or like just anything. God, anything. Please, for me, for Austin, please.
If you, the discerning hiker and or boater and or fisherman, decide that you need a gun to dispatch of those pesky little no-legged freaks that wander the earth,
Snakes.
buy this if you're a man of... If you need a firearm to dispatch of snakes in the event that you are a hiker or boater or fisher, it's not the worst choice you can make, but I could make the argument that any conventional revolver with rat shot would do the exact same job, and you get one more round, unless you're using the Smith & Wesson Governor, which is a nicer version of this gun. You can use, it's objectively, or subjectively.
It doesn't have Comic Sans on the barrel.
It does not have Comic Sans on the barrel.
Wah!
Is a gun that many people have bought. This is true, this is a fact. Many people have invested their money, their time, their efforts, their shins.
I absolutely hate this gun. I think it's a miserable gun. I think it's a horrible idea. I think it's going to get you killed. I think it's more of a gimmick than anything. The only thing this thing should be used for is shooting clays with your buddies, or maybe as a snake gun. Maybe. And the only reason why I use this as a snake gun, like a rab, is if I lost it, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't hurt me at all. I think there's a lot of misinformation going around about it. You know, it's a gun that shoots shotgun shells, and that's just not really. I mean, come on, dude. You're shooting like this is like it opened up. You're shooting like 2-inch shells. You know, 2.5 inch. You're shooting 2.5 inch shells out of this model, particularly. Of course, you can get 3-inch shells out of the other one, but it's just 410 is just not that powerful. It's proven and it's shown that shot placement is much more important than what round you're actually hitting them with. And, you know, I would much rather carry a Glock 19 or a P10C or a Smith & Wesson that has 16 rounds in it, and just gives me like literally 3 times the amount of chance to hit something. And then you also have to worry about, you're accountable for every round this gun shoots. Every bullet that comes out of this gun, you're accountable for as a civilian. And God forbid you ever have to use this to actually dispatch somebody, there's just such a good chance that you'll accidentally end up killing someone else. And I do not think it's a good gun, and I cannot recommend it. Maybe if you use it with 45 long Colt, but it's just, the only reason why I do it is if I just had it. Like, I found it, like my uncle had it, or my grandfather had it, and gave it to me. This is the only thing, the literally only thing that I have. Personally, I just traded it in and get a police trading Glock or something like that, and 40, and just put a 9mm barrel in it, or something like that, and just go to town with that. That's me personally.
This gun is heavy. It has a lot of weight to it. Compared to any polymer 9mm, 40, 45 handgun, any 1911 even, it's heavy. Purportedly, a near, I'll just round it, 36-ounce handgun, it's heavy. It's big, physically large. You only hold 5 rounds for all that weight and heft. If you're going to conceal carry this, there's much better options out there. I would advise against concealed carrying this handgun, but it's a free country and you're able to make really poor decisions. I would not carry this with shotgun shells in it. I carry it with 45 long Colt. The problem with that is you only have 5 shells. And if you're going to be carrying something in 45 long Colt, you can get smaller, lighter revolvers in more conventional calibers that held 1 more round. So I don't really see the point in concealed carrying this handgun. For home defense, if it's perfect for the blind.
Perfect for the blind.
Sure.
Perfect for the blind.
They hear a noise and then they can just go to town at 5 times.
Fire at noises you hear.
5 times. They ain't reloading this thing.
No, there's too much dexterity involved.
No way. But if you need a handgun for self-defense, I would not pick this. If you need something for home defense, I wouldn't pick this either. If it's expressly for home defense, you can buy a 12-gauge shotgun. You can get a Maverick 88 for $250, $300. You can get police trade-in Mossberg 500s. You can get Mossberg 500s that aren't police trade-in.
For like sub $500.
What a country we live in. Yeah. You can get a lot of different shotguns for less than you can buy this for. Or you can buy a handgun for home defense. You can buy a rifle for home defense.
If you're going to be a perpetrator, if you're going to commit crimes, I think this is the best gun you carry. It's fantastic. It's shoot a shotgun shell. What more do you want?
What more do you want? This gun is so powerful. I've seen it lift grown men clean off their feet.
That's what it does.
Clean off their feet. Lift grown men. Shoot a man.
Insane.
Defeats level 4 body armor. There's a lot of misinformation out there about the Taurus Judge. Its capabilities, its usefulness as a self-defense weapon, its overall girth.
No.
I have a Taurus Judge. It is a joy to shoot. I keep it as a home defense weapon. I am almost totally blind.
Perfect for the blind.